it is really difficult to find housing around here.
It's a good neighborhood to have a school in, I think, because there's not a lot of distractions around. It's just mostly residential.
As a neighborhood, I wouldn't live here after I graduated.
As a neighborhood, it's divided, the college and the community, students versus residents, and what seems to be a widening gap.
I live about a mile off campus, and the people over there, they're like older people, and they're very understanding of, college people, which is, I think, you need communication among the community and the students, because they seem to separate themselves. We're community, you're students, and they don't see the students as part of the community.
The problems here are pretty apparent, the solutions unclear, but no matter who you talk to in this community, they each have an opinion about the other.
There's a lot of stuff going down in this community because of the fraternities and stuff. The conflict between the homeowners and the older people that have been here forever, and the fraternities and the student housing. It's just a big mess.
Parking used to be a problem. Noise and property values still are. But parking's a problem some still haven't forgotten.
But now you've hit a nerve there. Now, before we got that restrictive neighborhood, now I pay $10 a year to park. And before then, when school was in session, you couldn't park here at all. And now with school in session, there'd be bumper to bumper the whole neighborhood.
Now that problem's been solved, Janice has no complaints against the students. Others do.
It's pretty bad with these kids the way they are, and they're arrogant as they can be.
I've got them for my neighbors, and they've been there, and bless their hearts, I don't want to throw them out, but at 11 o'clock at night, I really don't want to listen to 100 decibel sound going on either. I can understand their position, but and hopefully they can understand ours.
It may not be apparent, but there are a lot of people here, young and old, trying very hard to understand each other. Some who've been able to work out the problems. But the university that boasted several thousand students 30 years ago when some of these residents moved in, schools tens of thousands now, and solutions to the problems brought on by that growth haven't been easily found. There are a lot of people in this community with very little in common who would very much like to be friends. Students all seem to agree on one thing. They like the college. Residents agree on one thing, too. They like summer break. But for 9 months out of the year, there are students here still trying to grow up and have a little more fun. But there's a whole community that needs to figure out how to make room for each other while that growing up is going on.